And who do we have representing Highfield Hall? Is it Tara or Lisa?
Both of us are actually
Okay.
here. And
All right, take it away.
we will be very quick. Thank you, Arts Falmouth and Marilyn and Lee and Annie for that. And we'll get to that. We want to be quick. We just wanted to do a sort of an overview of our 2020. It was similar to pretty much everyone else's. We know that we had lots of decisions, hard decisions that we needed to make, and there were no clear answers for any of those. We shut down like everyone else, but we decided to, during that shutdown period, prepare for opening when we could. So we quickly adapted and did some virtual programming, especially with our culinary classes. Tara acted as a videographer and filmed Gail Blakely cooking via Zoom for our culinary classes. So that kept us going for a couple of months. Our biggest sort of question was, what do we do as far as nonprofits? We all know it's all about the fundraising. You know, we rely on the soft money to keep us going and to sustain us, especially those of us without large endowments. So our summer gala is a big event that brings in a lot of unrestricted money for us. And we were concerned of how we would be able to sort of get past not being able to have a large gala. So we developed a series of virtual dinner parties, which when we first proposed this, quite frankly, to ourselves and to the board, people were a bit skeptical. But we started off over the summer presenting 5 virtual dinner parties. The idea was to actually feel like you were at a small, intimate dinner around a table with a group of your friends and one special guest speaker. So we had 5 set up over the summer. Maybe I think the most people we had on one call was 40. And if you think maybe it's couples dining together, so it was about 20 screens there. We partnered with local restaurants because we knew that the restaurants, as much as the nonprofits, were suffering. So we approached restaurants and had developed a partnership with them to pretty much prepare a prefix 3-course meal for each of our dinners, which was part of the ticket price. Our board members and our staff delivered the meals to every attendee's or guest's house the evening of the dinner party. And then we all signed on that night. We heard a special guest speaker. It could have been, we had Bernard Cornwell, who's a New York Times bestselling author. We had Joseph Carr doing a wine tasting. We had Mark Faherty, who's the Birdman on WTAI, also give a talk. And it was fantastic. In addition to the ticket price that we sold, and Annie participated. She was a seasoned subscription.
It was so good.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was the best. It was so much fun. Yeah.
In order to help us make the money, we actually had John Terrio, who's a fantastic auctioneer, do a live auction every virtual dinner party. And then we had a paddle race that went along with it. The dinners that were part of Highfield Celebrates for the fundraiser were so successful that we are continuing this now as a series. It was the Supper Club series in the fall, and it will continue as the Supper Club series in the winter, minus the whole auction and fundraising aspect of it. But it is just to sort of keep us out there and involved with the community. And we've had nothing but a lot of great feedback from that. So that's how we pivoted, how we adapted, how we shifted, how we sort of stayed out there with the public and continue to bring the things that are special or that make Highfield special to the community. And in addition to that, I will just pass it over to Tara, who will tell you how we were able to continue the beloved community tradition of holidays at Highfield going as well.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. You know, it really was amazing. And her introductions were phenomenal for every dinner. But just for those on the call this evening, I think it's easy for people to just say we're not doing anything, but it's a hard decision to actually move forward. And we were grappling with that for the holidays because, as you know, it's a lot of people and it's inside. And so we really grappled with a lot of those issues. But it with the timed entry, with outdoor exhibits, inside exhibits, we gave people options to enjoy the holidays at Highfield. And more times than not, people walked away and said, thank you. So I don't want to belabor it because I know that time is short here for everybody, but we're very happy we moved forward because it was a question in the summer, should we or shouldn't we, as we all do. But we are happy that we did. And a lot of people are thankful because Annie, to your poem, it got people in the spirit and people were thankful for that, that they could move forward. They can deck their own halls and use Highfield as their inspiration. So it was great. So we were able to pivot quite easily.
If I could just chime in there, Tara, it also gave kids a sense of continuity. The kids who go to Highfield every year, and it may have been different, but it didn't matter to them. And I heard that from a lot of families. So
correct. It's a tradition for sure. And we didn't want to break that tradition.
The tradition to kids, they don't get hung up on the fact they're not sitting on Santa's lap. They get focused on the fact that Highfield was there and they were there and it was Christmas again. So thank you.
Santa was there, no lap sitting, but he was reading stories.
It doesn't matter if you sit on his lap. That's exactly the point.
Yeah.
So, and before we close, I just want to give a little plug to the exhibit we are opening up again at the end of January, and we will have the amazing Front Steps project that Lee and Annie presented and produced over this past year with all of the photographs that Lee took from families on their front steps. It will open the end of January. It's an incredible exhibit, and we hope to see everyone up there because it really is about the community.
Yeah.
And some of you on this call are in the exhibit, Mr. Schmidt.
Oh, what a segue.